All right, and so this is the last video. Let me give you a reminder. I'm making a list of the top 5 Bbnaija housemates, female, that carried last season. And I was on the top 2, that is Sultana. I spoke about her dynamics with Coin, how she said, oh, it was Coin that she really first liked in the house before moving on to Jason. And we saw that she really liked Jason. They were very physical with each other. Jason said that in the reunion, and we sure saw that in the show. Several times we saw what they were doing under the duvet. I do not want to mention anything here. I do not want to get too literal in this video. But we saw how she gave, Jason J pleasure, and they would kiss and everything. When Kanye learned that Sultana and Jason J had kissed, he took a step back from their relationship because he asked her if she really liked him, and I think she said yes, she liked him, but Kanye did not want to compete with anybody for any girl. Kanye the man. Don't forget, I'm gonna do the top 5. If not today, tomorrow I'll do it. So please, guys, do not leave this channel. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because next season coming up in a month's time is going to be mind-blowing, and I'll be here to give you the charts, the updates, the spiel about the housemates. It's gonna be an interesting time. We always enjoy that time of the year, if you would agree with me. It releases our stress and makes us laugh and make us watch interesting people on our screen. So let's go. I'm still talking about Sultana, the top 2 female housemates that brought the heat to the house last season. So Sultana was everything. She had, great dynamics with the ladies too. She was friends with Big Soso. Big Soso was like a big sister to Sultana back in the house. And while in the house, when she told Jason J a story, that was when we learned that Sultana was married and with 2 kids, and at such a young age. Oh my god, that day Sultana's fans on Instagram, their names are Sultans or something, they went crazy. So many people were like, what? How can they do that to a child? A 15-year-old child. That is she was still a minor. That husband really tried to cradle snatch somebody as little as 15, and they made her a wife, a child, in the northern part of Nigeria. That's so bad. So they made her a wife at 15, and Sultana has 2 children. At 24 or 25, she already has a 9-year-old child. I'm happy for her because she has children, but what was done to her was unfair. I'm not an activist. I'm not going to go into that right now, but I'm just saying this, that it's wrong to make a child to marry by force. I don't know how she got out of her marriage, but we are happy that she's living her life as she pleases now. I mean, she has her freedom, she has her liberty, and she's making money. Sultana is doing well for herself outside the house. So that is it. That is Sultana for you. People enjoyed her with Jason J so much in the house. People enjoyed her friendship with Isabella. As far as they were not friends, because Sultana made some snide remarks about Isabella's hygiene, which some of us found very rude. Because Sultana could be like that. All she does is telling people that, oh, you don't have debt. You don't have debt. You don't have this one. Just Sultana herself have debt, But, many of us chose to forgive her because there are some good sides too. Sultana too. Sultana has made so many vile remarks about people. She's done things that you will be like, what? Because Sultana is no saint. She had so many terrible flaws. Terrible flaws, but we know that people grow every day, people change every day, so and we're ready to forgive her for that. Then I was gonna talk about Sultana and Dede. There is don't need to sugarcoat anything. Sultana was plainly jealous of Dede because of her beauty, because most of the guys wanted Dede. Sultana was jealous of Dede. No need to sugarcoat it. Now maybe she had gone past that because we grow every day, like I said. But right on the show, Sultana was simply jealous of Dede. Terribly jealous of Dede, and that's why she had nothing good to say about Dede. She was always gossiping about Dede. You can't bring an instant where you see Dede gossiping about Sultana. Sultana, yes. The only time maybe Dede could have talked about Sultana was when Sultana peed in Dede's box. Look at coincidence. Coincidence could be terrible. Sultana was beefing Dede, and she was drunk and wanted to go pee. Unfortunately, it was Dede's box that was near, and she peed in the box, not knowing who the box belonged to. Till now, Sultana couldn't prove to some Bbnaija fans that she didn't do that deliberately just because she was jealous of Dede. If Sultana had been Dede's friends, nobody would have thought along those lines. But because of their past history, when that happened, people do not want to believe that. They say, oh, you're drunk, but you can see that that's a boss and you peed there. Even Dede herself doesn't believe that. Sultana, she doesn't believe that Sultana did not do that on purpose, because at the reunion, Dede still said it, that the bathroom was just that way. She went from the way of the bathroom and came to pee in Dede's box. I mean, that act is so wild. Yeah, let me tell you, that act is playing evil. It's evil. No matter how drunk you are, that's an evil act. Well, you see, Some fans decided to whitewash Sultana and portray her as a saint for us, but we know what we watch on the show. And this is the truth. We will always, like I always say, it's the truth that we keep telling you. I love Sultana, but Sultana behaved like a vile person on that show. But thank God for growth. She's changed now. I see, even before she left the show, we see her changing. She apologized to Dede several times. She and Isabella, they patched up. They became great friends. She and Imisi, she said some vile things about Imisi too, but Imisi chose to forgive her, and now they are all good friends, and everything is beautiful and good. And now, guys, I'm bringing you the female housemate, the number one, the woman king, the one woman mopo, the most interesting, strongest personality, stronger character, beautiful, intelligent, street smart, trenches, the queen, the number one, the winner of the Bbnaija season 10 over 10 show in 2025. The one that made all of us stay glued to our screen. She was funny, she was caring, she was nice, she was kind, she was talented, gifted, interesting. Oh my God, I don't know what other adjective I want to use to qualify Imisi. She brought her A game. They said when you go into a game, come with strategies. Many people said, "Oh, I just want to gonna be myself on the show." They were packaging themselves, doing performing part that they are not, faking it. But Imisi was just herself, but she came with a strategy. And that's an advice for those that are coming in this next season, starting in 4 weeks' time. I'm still gonna make videos even about that, you know. Be yourself, but come with a strategy. You don't want to go into an exam without studying for that exam first. Yes. You don't want to go into a game without having a strategy, because why do you need to have a strategy? You need to have a strategy because you plan to win. If you don't plan to win, don't have a strategy. All winners have always had strategies. Imisi came with a strategy and it worked so much for her. We fell for her strategy, it worked, and she won the game. And she's doing so beautiful, so well for herself. So the top one housemate, the number one housemate, the female that brought the heat to the house, that carried the show elegantly on her shoulders, all true, is the winner, Imisi Oluwa Anyowale. Our fans are called the Imi Stars. Oh yes, I clap for her. So Imisi had attracted lots of people right from the stage. See the way she came in. It was dynamic. We'd never seen such before. She came in, in her trenches babe mode, and she was dancing, and Ebuka was like, oh, so what have you come to do? She said she came to act. And that was a Mrs. strategy. She told it to all of us, but we didn't grab it at that time. It was later while on the show that we now said, yo, this girl said it, that she was coming to act. So, and really, she's really, there's nothing Mrs. said she would do that she did not do on that show. She said she came to act. She said she can be an errand girl. You can send her on errands. And we saw that she was cooking for people. She was caring for people. This girl did everything that she said she would do. So as I was saying, so Imisi, right from the stage, had been she had been electrifying and pleasing to watch and funny to viewers. And so she came into the house carrying a luggage on her head. And the first thing she said was Ekule. And if you're not Yoruba, you will not understand. It means well, those of you at home, I greet you. And we were like, who is this? And then she just removed her wig. They're removing her wig. Oh my God. Come and see people on Twitter. They were tweeting, who is this girl? Who is this trenches babe? Somebody wrote that this is the first trenches person. That all those that have been forming trenches, forming streets since all these days, they've been lying. But this is the first real trenches baby that we are having on the show. And so Imisi came in with her strategy. She started asking for the viewers, started asking for the housemates, and we all fell under her charm. She came to display herself as a clown. That was a strategy. It was comedy all through. She would make us laugh. She would sing. She was actually so gifted. She's so talented. She can sew. Imisi, she had so many dynamics with everybody in that house. There's no person that Imisi did not have, a storyline with. From Kola to Dede to Coin to K-Bobo to even Thelma to Johanna to Faith, then to Isabella, her best friend in the house. She had her own dynamics, her own storyline with practically everybody. She was cooking for them, caring for them. When it's time to come and act, she would act well. She can sing. She has a lovely voice. She brought her A game. She brought the heat to the game. And fans loved her. They loved her immensely, that we voted for her to win that show. We couldn't even think of any other housemate winning that show except Imisi, because she really brought the success back to the show. Some past seasons they've been boring, but this season it's fire. And season 10, like Ebuka said, and then Ebuka did not want to tell them that season 10 was his best season. He just said it's top 3. But let me tell you guys, season 10 has been the best season so far. They have raised the bar so high. I hope this coming season 11 will be able to keep up. I hope they will be interested. They won't bore us, because we can't. All of them can become on that show, and all of them can be hot, because if they are all hot, they are going to bring the house down. See Imisi, see our dynamic with the collar, siblingship. I love that. There's nothing romantic. They are like real brother and sister. It got to a stage that Kola started saying my sister, and we're wondering who is his sister. Is his sister on the show? Meanwhile, I was talking about Imisi. That was how close they were. That was how, their relationship was so good, and we loved it. Till today, people are still shipping Komisi as siblings. Even their families, they know one another, and everything is beautiful. And Imisi is doing so great after the show. Is it dynamics is our best friend, Isabella. They are so close. Even from the house, we love their 6 months. Everybody loves to see Imisi and Isabella. They're always doing things together. When Imisi falls into trouble, Isabella is by her side. When Isabella falls into trouble, Imisi is there for her to rely on. Look at the case of Apoti. We saw what that guy did, Faith. But Isabella stood by her. She brought the Apoti, told her not to touch Faith. She was protecting her friend. She loved her friend so much. And they would be together, tease each other. And we love them. We love both of them. Forgive each other even when they had, small issues. So it was a pretty beautiful relationship to look at. And the dynamics with Sultana too was fine. Sultana said some things, but Imisi did not have time for that. Imisi she has a very forgiving heart, which I am telling all of you, Bbnaija fans, who have. Forgive the people that are not your fave, that have not offended you in any way, that you put it in your heart to be evil to them. Stop trolling them. There's no need. You can say the truth maybe once in a while, but you don't need to troll them every time. You don't need to bring their family into your stupid standship. Do you get? So look at that. She had dynamics with everybody, even with Faith. They were close friends before everything went downhill. Do you guys get? Look at Big Soso. She took Big Soso as a big sister. Even when Big Soso, Koyin and Dede and Imisi, they would have been so close. It was Big Soso. Before Rude Boy came in, I know Rude Boy was the one that caused, Imisi and Koyin not to be close. But if you watch the show, it wasn't initially Rude Boy. It was Big Soso that initially made Koyin not to be close to Imisi. Because Big Soso came with a fake prophecy and a fake I don't know, she said she saw vision that Imisi that, or maybe she herself has bad spirits. I can't remember that, but Big Soso caused it. Then Rude Boy followed suit. Do you guys get? So Imisi had that dynamics with almost all the housemates, and look at her with Victory. Victory was always protecting her. Jason J2 would protect her. Look at Bright like that. It would protect her, even for Thelma that came to influence Bright. Do you guys get? So Imisi carried that show. She carried it elegantly, proudly on her shoulders, and she carried it to success, and we're also joyous when she won the game with a very, very, very wide gap. And something about Imisi is she's just so unassuming. She's so humble. She's so down to earth. She didn't care if she had makeup on, because she was beautiful with or without makeup. Look at Imisi's best face. She is gorgeous. And when she's made up, oh my God, she is ultra gorgeous. Imisi is beautiful with a nice shape. Yes, some people will abuse her. She doesn't. She dresses luckily. She's growing, and she will continue to grow until nobody is even perfect. I won't even say until she's perfect. You can't be perfect. If you say you're perfect, you're just deceiving yourself. She doesn't fake anything. She's so original. That girl is so original. No fakeness, no forming pose. She's just herself in everything she does. And there is a grace upon her. Anything she touches turns to gold. Even right in the house. And when you people look down on her, God always lifts her up. So many of them in the house, they look down on this girl as if she's a poor rat that they can't identify with. Meanwhile, they are all lying and forming posh. Most of them came from humble homes, from poor homes, but they came on the show and started forming and faking. They want to fake it into originality. It's not possible. And we saw right through all of them. And we could see that Imisi deserved the prize. There was no pity party here. There was no victim here. Imisi never played the victim. If you give it to Imisi, Imisi will give it to you in 1 million folds. A victim, someone that is playing victim card, if you give it to that person will go and cry somewhere. We saw how Bobo cried when he had Koyin fought. We even saw how Koyin himself cried. We saw most of them. Mensa cried For all of them forming victim. Imisi never did that. If Imisi cried, that means you really hurt her. Because Imisi, she doesn't care. If you come for her, she will give you trouble. Imisi doesn't care. She doesn't want to form any victim. She will give it to you. We saw how she gave it to K-Bobo, where K-Bobo was misbehaving all over the place. We saw how she gave it to Ruboy. Ruboy that's supposed to be like this with Imisi, but he allowed people to influence him against her. And she gave it to him the first time. The second time, she used wisdom. Imisi is so wise. God has blessed that girl with wisdom. She didn't say anything. And it all fell back on Ruboy's head. In fact, Ruboy said he regrets fighting with Imisi because he really messed up. He thinks that, oh, that's what Imisi is doing to gain you to have highlights. But he messed himself up. In fact, that's why she was seeing that fight. How could a man behave like that on national TV, like a rash idiot? But thank God they are friends now. Imisi forgave him. They forgave each other. They've moved on from the fight and they are good together. Do you guys get? Look at Imisi and Mensa. I love it when Imisi and Mensa are their late night singing. Mensa is so funny. I wish Imisi could have been very close to Mensa. Yeah, they are close, but not as close as many fans wanted them. So people were even shipping them. People were shipping Imisi and Mensa, shipping Imisi and Koyin. Imisi and Mensa dynamics was sweet to watch. They would sing together, chat, gist, He was always doing things for her. Imisi, blind girl, she didn't see the guy gushing for her. Do you get? So all that was interesting about Imisi, and people loved her because she gave us a show. When you're stressed, you come and watch Imisi on screen and you laugh, you smile. And so that is it. I'm done with that list. The top 5 female housemates that carried season 10 over 10 of the Bbnaija Nigeria reality TV show. So guys, I'll be making more videos for the countdown of the new season coming up. Watch out, guys. And I have a feeling that this last season might be Ebuka's last hosting gig. Maybe they are bringing another person next season. We don't know, but we still want him because there's nobody as perfect as Ebuka to host that show. Until my next video, guys. Bye.